All righty, looks like I'm live. Looks like I'm live. 916, Sean here again. Sister Ashanti, Shanti Doc on the Facebook. Hoping y'all having a good and blessed Sabbath so far. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpachah, Wahab Berim. That means peace and wellness and wholeness. To family and friends out there, y'all know my greeting. I want to say, Ko Tehelim, Ko Kabo, Wahatiferet, Yahweh Abinu Eloheinu. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, our Father, our Elohim. So this is a special edition of Torah Tittles of the Text. Shalom, Sister Essence of Ebony, 0 to 9. So I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to come on and do something real quick. I'm learning in class, reading the book of Ruth in Hebrew, and I'm learning how to read without the vowel markings or vowel points. So I thought this would be a great special addition to the Torah Tittles of the Text that I have not done in a while. So you guys get to see me live. I have not tried this before live. You know how you get the jitters and you get the butterflies or whatever, and you get kind of nervous when you know you're live, when you know people are watching, even though people are not in front of you. So I'm going to try to do this live, reading Ruth chapter 1, verses 1 to 11 in the Hebrew, and I'm going to translate at the same time. The key thing is I'm going to read them without the vowel markings. So you won't see any dots or dashes or T's or anything above or below the consonants. I am going to read and pronounce as I've been practicing, right? So I hope y'all enjoy and bear with me, all right? Pray for me and pray with me. All right, so I'm going to share the screen here. Going to share the screen. Let's put this up. This has to be screen 2, I believe. Yep. All right. Yes, definitely putting it up on the screen for you to see. And I'm going to be using Bible Hub to do so. All right. So I won't be able to see your comments as I read. All right. So this is Ruth, and I'm going to be reading. I should make this a little bit bigger. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good right there. So, reading Hebrew, Book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 1 to 11, starting right to left. Here we go. Wahi b'mei shefot hashoftim, wahi ra'av ba'eretz, wayelech ish mi Beit Lechem Yehuda lagur bisdei Moav, hu ve'ishto ushenei banav. So, and there was in the days that the judges they ruled, there was a famine in the land, and he went, a man from Bethlehem, Judah, to sojourn in the fields of Moab. He and his wife and the two of the sons, right? Two of his sons. Verse 2. So, Vishem Ha'ish Elimelech, Vishem Ishto Naomi, Vishem Shnei Banav, Machlon Vechilion Ephratim, Mi Beit Lechem Yehuda, Wayabo'u Sedei Moav, Wayihyu Sham. So that's translated, and the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife was Naomi, and the name The two of his sons was Machlon and Kilion. They're Ephrathites, Ephrathites from Bethlehem, or the house of bread, Judah, right? And they came or they went, and they came and they went to the fields of Moab, and they existed, or they were living there, right? Verse 3. Wayamat Elimelech Ish Naomi Watishaer he Ushene Baneha. I think that's what it is. So, and he died. Who died? Elimelech. Elimelech died. The husband of Naomi. And she remained. Her and two of her sons. Verse 4. Wayisu lahem nashim Moabiot Shem ha achat Orpa Veshem Hashanit Ruth Wayishbu Sham Ke'eser Shani. So verse 4 translated. And I'll come back to the comments halfway through. So I'll come back after I read verse 6. Let's do that. After I read verse 6, I'll come check the comments, right? So verse 4, and they took for them wives of Moabite, their Moabite wives. Name of the one was Orpah, and name of the second, or the other one, was Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. Wayamutu gam shnehem machlon wechilion watishaer haisha mishne yeladeha umeisha. So why? And he died, and he died also. Oh, excuse me. And they died also. The two of them, who died, pretty much Machlon and Kilion, and she remained, and she remained the wife, or the woman, right? Of the two of her sons and of her husband. Right? So Naomi was left. All right. Verse 6. And I'll come back to the comments after verse 6. So Waitakam he Wekalo Teha Waitashav, excuse me, not why. Watashav Misday Moav Ki Sham'a Bisday Moav Ki Takad Yohewahe Et Amo Latet Lahem Lachem. So that is, and she rose up, she and pretty much her daughter-in-laws, right? And they returned to the fields of Moab because they heard in the fields of Moab, that visited Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh visited his people to give to them bread. All right. So let's come back. Let's stop screen sharing for a hot second and go back to the comments. All right. So shalom, Brother Clifford. Sister Essence said, "Do you teach Hebrew or Greek?" I used to teach Hebrew. I don't teach Greek. I'm not well versed enough in Greek to my standards to even begin to teach it. Um, I taught myself biblical Hebrew using some grammar books. And right now I'm in advanced classes with Moreh Amitz Ben Yehuda. So Amitz Ben Yehuda, his school is called the Heart of Yahwah Beth Sefer. So don't know why Hawaiian language sounds like ancient Hebrew. Um, but that's interesting, Sister Essence. That's interesting. So I appreciate you all for listening. I'll continue to read and then I'll be done. Right. So we're going to continue with Ruth, chapter 1, verses 1 to 11. I'm going to pick up at verse 7. Right. And this is me reading without the vowel markings. Right. This is me reading without the vowel markings. All right. So let's pick up from verse 7. Can you put that in the chat, the class? That information is in the description box. I'll put more information in the description box. The link to the school after I get done with this. All right. So let's share the screen again. Let's pick up verse 7 of Ruth chapter 1, reading without the vowel markings. Right. I hope I'm doing okay so far. And I hope Moreh is proud of me. Right. All right, verse 7. Verse 7. Watese min hamakom asher hayata shama ushete talotecha imach Wetalachna baderek lashuv el eretz Yehuda. Okay, and so in she went out from the place which she existed there, and the two of her daughter-in-laws with her, and they went in the way to return to the land of Judah, Yehuda. All right. Verse 8. Watomer Naomi lishte kaloteha lechena shovna isha lebet ima yase yohewahe imachem chesed ka asher asitem im hamitim we amadi. And shalom to Brother Orthodox Moore. Shalom, Brother Orthodox Moore. Todah for you tuning in to me, trying this for the first time in front of people and even live at that, reading the Hebrew without the vowel markings. So verse 8 translated, and she said Naomi to the two of her daughters-in-law, go return each person to the house of her mother. He will do Yod He Wahe. So Yod He Wahe will do. He will do with you kindness as you have done, pretty much as you have done with the ones who have died, and with me. All right, verse 9. Yeten Yod He Wahe lachem umezena menucha isha bet isha, and then why tashach lahen why tesena kolan wetikena. Wetifkena. So verse 9, Yahweh, he will give to you, um, let him give to you, and find you, rest, and make you find. So may Yahweh give to you, and may you find rest, each one in the house of her mother. Excuse me, in the house of, who is that? Oh, in the house of her father, pretty much. In the house of her father, right? In the house of her father. Um, and she kissed them, and they raised up, or they lifted up, their voice, and they wept. They were bawling. They were really, really, really just wailing, right? Okay, verse 10. Watomarna lach ki itach nashuv leamech. So that is verse 10. And they said to her, for since, because with you, we will return to your people. Okay, verse 11. And I believe I got that right. Right? Verse 11. Okay, so Watomer Naomi Shobna Benotai Lama Telakena Telakena. What is that? In me. Telakna. So lama telakna. So lama telakna in me. Ha'od li banim b'me'ai v'hayu lachem la'anashim. Okay, so I think I got it right. So, and she said, Naomi, and Naomi said, go. No. Return. Return. Go. Return again. My daughters. Return again, my daughters. Why? Why shall you go with me? Is there further or still to me sons in my womb? And they shall be to you for husbands. So, okay, stop screen sharing. I'm done. So, assalamu alaikum, Muhib. Glad to have you on. Thank you. Toda, Brother Orthodox Moore. Oh my goodness. So, this is what I have so far. And you, Sis Shanika, shalom. So, can you render verses 7 and 8? You want to compare notes. So, let's see. Let's share the screen again. 7 and 8. Let's see. Let's share the screen. Verses 7 and 8. Okay. So we'll highlight verses 7 and 8. Okay. So Watese min hamakom asher hayita shema ushite kalotecha imach. What is that? What's that? Utelakna Baderek Lashuv El Eretz Yehuda. All right. So did I get that right, Sister Shanika? Did I get that right? Who knows? No, I'll come back. I'll come back to the screen. So it's what I say. Ute lakna. So that's no. So that's white lakna. So it's white lakna. So watese mean hamakom asher haita shema ushite kaloteha ima watelakna by derek lashuv el eretz Yehuda. So watomer Naomi lishte kaloteha lafne shovna isha le bet imach yase yodhewahe imachem chesed kasher asitem in hamitim. What is that? Let me see. That would be, what would that be? Would it be we imadi? Okay, so let me stop screen sharing. Yes. One word is off. Which word is off? Which word is off, sis? Which verse and which word? David Barber, check the pointed. Okay. Looked right from Bible Hub. Esther said it might be audits if it's in a pause. Okay, so in verse 7. Verse 7? Or was that verse 8? It looked like edits to me. So edits, okay. Edits. Did I say edits? Edits. It's edits in verse 7. Okay, I fixed it. So yeah, hey, this is not easy. This is tough. This is very tough. Definitely not simple. But I'm learning the forms, the morphology, the patterns. Moreh is teaching me in a more rhythmic style to get it right. So this is the first time I've ever read anything of any book of any biblical Hebrew without the vowel markings, right? So edits. So let's put that up again. Let's put that up again, and then we'll close it out. So verse 7 and 8 of Ruth. So yeah. So Waitese mean hamakom asher haita shema ushite kaloteha emah Waitelachna baderek lashuv el eretz Yehuda, right? Waitomer Naomi lishte kaloteha what is this? Lafne shovna ishach lebet ima yase yodhewahe imachem chesed kasher asitem in hamitim wa imadi. Right? Did I do that right? Wait imadi, not wa. Wait imadi. Okay. So, anything else I need to get corrected? Anything else? No? All right. So, I'm going to end this. I want to say Shabbat Shalom, Mishpacha, Wahabarim, Todah. Todah. What is your rendering in English? For which verses, Sister Shanika? Shanika's put me to the test, y'all. Hey, this is how iron sharpen iron. So what is the rendering in English of what? You must have came in late, because after each verse I did translate to English. Sister Shanika. So you may have came in late. Verses 7 and 8. Okay, so let's put it up one more time. And I apologize if you didn't hear what I would render verses 7 and 8 in English, because I did say what I would render it. So so that was verse 7 and 8, and say, and she went from the place which she existed there, right? She lived there, and two of her daughter-in-laws with her. And they exited, right? Or you could say, and they left out, or they exited from the place which they existed there, and the two of her daughter-in-laws with her. And they went by the way, right? Or they went in the way to return to the land of Yehudah. And Naomi said to the two of her daughter-in-laws, go, return, each one to the house of her mother. Yahweh will do with you kindness, like you did with the dead and with me. Something simple. No problem. So, Todah Rabbah, for the people listening. Hope you enjoyed it. This was a short Torah Tittles of the text. Okay, and I try to be. But as I move further along in the class, learning Ruth chapter 1, verses 12 to 22, I'm learning with the training wheels. Then I'm learning to read without the training wheels. So I'm learning the consonant patterns, and I'm learning the rhythmic flow, so that I'll begin to be able to read pretty much a lot of words in Hebrew without the vowel markings. Right? Ruth is very hard, definitely. But I'm trying to make it as easy as I can get it to be. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. But I've spent a few weeks on it. I think the last 3 or 4 weeks on it, Sister Shanika. So yeah, I think I did pretty okay. Yeah, many irregular verbs, and that's what I need more work on. Recognizing those irregular verbs. However, if I recognize the consonant patterns, I'll be able to do okay with it, I believe. And Moreh Amitz is helping me through it, at least 2 days out the week, and then I practice throughout the week as well. So, all right. So I want to close out with saying Shabbat Shalom Mishpacha Barha Barim. I want to close out with the priestly Aaronic blessing from Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 to 26. Yevarecha Yahweh v'yishmereka. Ya'er Yahweh panav elecha v'yihuneka. Yisa Yahweh panav elecha v'yasem lacha shalom. May Yahweh bless you and keep you. May Yahweh make his face shine on you and show you favor. May Yahweh lift up his face towards you and grant you shalom, peace, wellness, wholeness. Love y'all with the love of the Most High. Continue to have a good night. Enjoy this Shabbat. Shalom, shalom. It's your sister Ashanti, Shanti Dot, 916 Shine. Shalom, shalom, mishpacha.